Coming up on Tech Tonight, the Hokie community is gearing up for the 15th annual big event.
And a former Virginia Tech quarterback is arrested. Find out the details next.
Welcome to Tech Tonight. I'm Lexi Johnson.
And I'm Caitlin Murray.
Thousands are still without power after last Saturday's windstorm that ripped across the central and south side Virginia areas. Starting around 6 p.m., the wind began to pick up speed. Appalachian Power recorded wind gusts of about 50 to 60 miles per hour. To no surprise, it was reported that winds in Blacksburg reached up to 65 miles per hour. By 1 a.m. in Radford, the wind had knocked out streetlights and stoplights, making it difficult to travel. AEP is working diligently to restore power to everyone in the surrounding areas. According to AEP, most of the damage is downed wires, broken poles, and broken cross arms. As of now, priority is repairing the most severe outages. After assessing the damages on Sunday, AEP announced that about 4,520 customers were without power throughout Montgomery County, 780 in Roanoke County, and 429 in Pulaski County.
Former Hokie quarterback Marcus Vick is in handcuffs once again after resisting arrest in Newport News for an outstanding warrant from Montgomery County. Vick, 32, is the younger brother of VT star quarterback Michael Vick and served as the Hokies quarterback for their 2005 football season. According to Newport News police spokeswoman Holly McPherson, around 7 p.m. on Sunday, April 3rd, police approached Marcus Vick in the 800 block of City Center Boulevard and announced he was under arrest for contempt of court in Montgomery County. After hearing this, Vick fled by pushing an officer and damaging property, where a brief foot chase ensued. Vick was then captured and charged with assault, resisting arrest, obstruction of justice, and contempt of court. This is not Marcus Vick's first run-in with authorities. While serving as quarterback, Vick was dismissed from VT football program in 2006 due to a, quote, cumulative effect of legal infractions and unsportsmanlike play. Along with this, he has been charged with brandishing a firearm, statutory rape, DUI, and numerous other traffic instances. Vick's attorney, Lawrence Woodward Jr., had no comment on Vick's most recent arrest.
Women in Computing is an up-and-coming club that has been generating an array of opportunities for female engineers and computer science majors. Claire Rigney has more on the story.
Hi, I'm Claire Rigney from Tech Tonight, reporting from the Corporate Research Center, where last week the Association for Women in Computing hosted an event meant to inspire young girls and one day bridge the gender gap within the study of computer science. Women in Computing Day is an annual event to introduce 7th grade girls to the study of computer science. Now in its 18th year, the event attempts to encourage more girls to join the field, which has an unequal male-to-female ratio. Deborah Tater is a professor of computer science and has taken up organizing the event since she came to Virginia Tech in 2003.
Even though women have been participating in more and more aspects of society and more equally, and we certainly see that in medicine and law, for some reason we've actually had a drop in participation in computer science. What's really important is the building of a community here at VT that supports women in computing. This year we had one activity that focused on the notion of codes in the sense of decoding, and the one that I was involved with this year was what we called fuzzy circuits.
The Association for Women in Computing is a small organization that has promoted more women in STEM majors for over 10 years at Virginia Tech.
One of the workshop leaders who ran our circuits lab, which is pretty much just using like a little light bulb and LED to light up, just a cute little circuit. And she said that one of the students actually went up to her and said, I'm really interested in like computing now, or something about college even. I'm not sure what, but it was definitely like a very heartfelt, sincere enthusiasm. For some reason, girls just aren't as interested in these things, and so it's really important for us to get them interested, or at least to be exposed to it, because we don't expect every girl to enter and be like super excited. Some people are going to hate it, and that's completely fine, but like for them to know.
Tater says that the association is not strictly for women. Any man that wishes to see more women in computer science is welcome to join. Reporting from the CRC, I'm Claire Rigney. Back to you.
Thank you, Claire. If you're still a fan of chicken fingers and fries, you are in for a treat. Zaxby's fast food chain will be moving to the Blacksburg area at 204 Turner soon. This will be another local eatery to add to the variety of food options in the area. As the demolition of the old Burger King restaurant on Turner Street is taking place, it will soon serve as the new location for Zaxby's. If you aren't familiar with the Turner Street, it will be behind the McDonald's on Main Street and right next to Substation. In proximity to campus, it is next to North End and Shanks Hall. It is also in proximity to Buffalo Wild Wings. Though there is no concrete date, it is predicted that Zaxby's will be opening in July of this year. This will be the first Zaxby's in the New River Valley area. Other nearby locations are in Bristol, Lynchburg, and Roanoke.
Let's take a minute for our weekend forecast with Chapin Kofod.
Hi, I'm Chapin Kofod, your weekend weather report. Hopefully everyone survived April Fools without getting their feelings too hurt. Sadly, the temperatures this weekend are no April Fool's joke. As a cold front cruises through our area, it will drop temperatures Friday and Saturday. This front will likely cause for Friday to be rainy and maybe even snowy depending on how cold it gets. It will most likely be quite windy this weekend, and that'll help drag the temperatures down below average for this time of year. Later, Saturday into Sunday, a high pressure will take over and calm most of the weather. We are expecting the temperatures to creep back up Sunday and Monday. Friday will be mostly cloudy with highs just around 50. Saturday will be relatively sunny with temperatures only reaching the 40s. Then Saturday night will drop below freezing, so don't forget your parkas when you head downtown this weekend. Sunday will be sunny with temperatures getting into the 50s. Early next week looks to be clear and return to normal springtime temperatures. Luckily, the weather will cool down Blacksburg after Fetty Wap lit up Burris Thursday night. Unfortunately, that means this weekend won't be ideal drinking weather, or day drinking weather. So if you decide to enjoy the outdoors, layers will be a good idea. Back to you, Caitlin.
Thank you, Chapin. Roanoke police participated in a 16-hour standoff with the fugitive on Thursday, March 31st. According to officials, Thursday night at about 6:45 p.m., Vinton resident Deborah Morrison heard a knock on her door. This visitor, James Robert Vermillion, 37, informed her that he was in an argument with his girlfriend and that his car had crashed. He said he needed to use her telephone to call someone. Although Morrison knew of Vermillion, she did not know him well, but still decided to let him come into her home and use her phone. A few minutes later, to Morrison's surprise, a horde of Roanoke County police officers surrounded her house. The police attempted to arrest Vermillion earlier that day on an outstanding warrant, but they failed, leading to a day-long chase. The police were able to safely escort Morrison from her home, where she watched the armed Vermillion barricade himself in her basement for the remainder of the night. Eventually, at 8:51 the next morning, Vermillion was taken into police custody. The whole ordeal ended up lasting about 16 hours. Vermillion, a convicted felon, is currently under investigation and is being held at the Roanoke County Salem Jail facing numerous charges. Stay tuned for your entertainment news.
Hi, I'm Claire Rigney.
And I'm Bailey Berticelli with your entertainment news.
Submissions for the 13th Annual Progeny Film Festival closes tonight at midnight. Filmmakers can submit projects in the categories of fiction, documentary, or college-centered. Judges will award winners with $500 cash prizes. They will also give out Audience Choice and Best High School Entry awards. Film entries must run under 20 minutes and be made somewhere in the Southeast United States. The entry fee for independent filmmakers is $15, $10 for college students, and free for high school students.
It's that time of year again where Hokies come together and take Virginia Tech's motto, Ut Prosum, to the next level. That's right, the big event will be taking place tomorrow, April 9th, all day long. The big event is a day of service dedicated to Blacksburg, Christiansburg, and the New River Valley. Each year, students, faculty, and staff come together to do community service jobs in surrounding areas almost as a thank you for being a home to this great school. This year, the big event celebrates its 15th year anniversary since it first began. The involvement has grown from just a few hundred participants its first year to now attracting thousands of people each year. They celebrate over 6,400 jobs completed and over 54,000 volunteers over the last 15 years. Those numbers surely show what it means to be a Hokie. If you're not involved this year, definitely get involved next year to serve the community at the big event.
A new Virginia Tech original play has sold out all available tickets. The play is titled Setnet, and it was originally written and directed by Naftali Fields. Setnet is about a fisherman in Alaska who experiences misfortunes and sets out on a fishing trip with his daughter and crew. There will be 2 more performances, one tonight at 7:30 and one Saturday also at 7:30, all of which are in Theater 101. The School of Performing Arts is sponsoring the show. Admissions were free, but all seats have now been prior reserved. However, those who are interested can join the waitlist for tickets. They will be accepting donations of non-perishable food items at the entry for the Blacksburg Food Pantry.
Virginia Tech women's rugby team is tackling more than their opponents next weekend. They're tackling ALS. The event will be taking place on April 16th and starting at 12, located on Beamer Way past parking services. The team is coming together in support of one of their players whose mother passed away in 2015 as a result of the disease. The team immediately raised $1,000 last year in an effort to contribute to finding a cure. This year, they took it to the next level. Virginia Tech's team, as well as Appalachian State and the Virginia Military Institute, will be competing in fun matches all day long for a good cause. The girls have been fundraising for the event online and through t-shirt sales, as well as fundraising activities that will take place during the event. Women's Rugby plans to make this an annual event to support ALS research and education and have some good, clean fun for a matter close to their hearts. Stay tuned for your sports news.
Hi, I'm Brianna McGowan.
And I'm Michelle Polanco with your sports news.
The Virginia Tech football locker room has been renamed in Frank Beamer's honor. The name has been changed from Team United Locker Room to Frank Beamer Locker Room. This is certainly a monumental moment for Hokie Nation after Beamer's longtime contribution to Hokie sports. After the signage is installed, there will be a formal rededication ceremony. After being notified of the honor, Frank Beamer said, "While this space will always belong to our student athletes in Hokie Nation, if my name helps to remind our student athletes to give that extra effort on the field, study a little longer, or do a good turn for a fellow Hokie, then I'm all for it." Although most famously known for his contributions on the field, Beamer's love of service reminds us how truly lucky Virginia Tech is to have him in the Hokie community. Some of the organizations that have benefited from Beamer's support include Wounded Warriors, Breast Cancer Awareness, Uplifted Athletes, Fallen Heroes Fund, among others. With the locker room name change, Beamer's legacy will continue to live on inside of the hearts of players and Hokie football fans. Thank you, Coach Beamer, for your 29 years of hard work and dedication to Hokie Nation.
After a 3-0 weekend, Hokie softball star Maggie Tyler has named the Atlantic Coast Conference's Co-Pitcher of the Week, along with Pittsburgh's Kayla Harris. Maggie Tyler, a senior, gave up a single run through 18.2 innings in the circle, posting a .48 ERA. The senior struck out 19 batters without issuing a walk against 70 batters faced. Tyler threw 2 complete games, collecting a shutout on 3 wins. She now sits 1 away from her career high of 15 season wins set in both 2014 and 2015. Tyler garnered the conference honor for the second consecutive week, 3rd in her career. Florida State's Jessica Burrows is the only other ACC pitcher to receive the award multiple times this season. Kayla Harris earned 3 of Pitt's 4 wins on the week, including 2 in an ACC series victory over NC State. The Chesapeake, Virginia native allowed 3 runs in 15 total innings pitched while striking out 17 batters. The women's softball team recently played a doubleheader against the James Madison Dukes. For more updates on the women's softball team, please go to Hokiesports.com.
The Virginia Tech baseball team fell to Louisville University during the ACC series that began this past weekend at Jim Patterson Stadium in Kentucky. The Cardinals came out with a victory of 9-3 Monday. It was the first time since 1995 that Virginia Tech baseball traveled to Kentucky to take on the Louisville Cardinals. The game took place this past Saturday and ended Monday. Being their first regular season game nationally televised by ESPN, perhaps the team could feel the pressure weighing on them. Although they were not able to defeat the Cardinals in the 3rd game of the series, the Hokies were able to hold the game in a 1-1 tie until the 7th inning. The score was 4-1 in the 8th until Sam Fraggle and Ryan Tufts both scored home runs for the Hokies. The Cardinals put this celebration to a halt as Louisville's Zach Birdie claimed a strikeout. The Cardinals went on to score 5 in the 8th, putting the score at 9-3 and giving them the win over Virginia Tech. The Cardinals had an impressive weekend during the series, claiming wins in all 3 games. Although a bittersweet weekend for the Hokies after returning to play the Cardinals after 2 decades, the baseball team gave a fighting effort against number 4 Louisville.
Hokie sprinter Darius Watkins began the outdoor season with 2 personal best marks at Miami's Hurricane Invitational to top the ACC's leaderboards and garner the ACC Track Performer of the Week honor. As announced by the Atlantic Coast Conference office last Tuesday, Watkins placed among the nation's top 20 in 2 events while competing at the Hurricane Invitational in Miami. The Georgia native's time of 20.96 in the 200 was the fastest among collegiate runners at the event, ranks 6th nationally, and is the 6th fastest in program history. His time of 10.50 in the 100 meters currently ranks 19th nationally and the 8th fastest in school history. The sophomore also competed in the 4x100 meter relay, placing 2nd, and the 4x400 meter relay, placing 5th of 14. Watkins' honor is the first for Virginia Tech Sprints group since 2012. Virginia Tech track and field was recognized by the conference 4 times this indoor season. Tech will compete next in the Colonial Relays in Williamsburg, Virginia, the Florida Relays in Gainesville, and the Texas Relays in Austin. The Hokies are expecting to end the season with a strong finish.
Did you hear about the football locker room?
Yeah, I did. I think that's a great way to honor our old football coach.
I know he's done so much for the campus, whether it be service or for the team, so I think it's great that we're showing him that we really care about him.
Yeah, and a lot of things on campus are named after him, like the fantastic Frank sandwich from Frank's Deli at Owens, Beamer Way, Bylane Stadium.
I mean, soon as we know it, the Virginia Tech campus might be named Frank Beamer campus.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's all for Tech Tonight. I'm Brianna McGowan.
And I'm Michelle Polanco. Stay tuned for next week.
It's been generating. I never know what
Hokie sprinter. Oh, I know this guy. He's cool. Okay.
the story. Thank you, Claire. If you're
Didn't.
Well, they renamed it to, oh my gosh, okay.
Hokiesports.com. Sorry.
Fragile. Fraggle. What do you think that is?
Did wrong. That's so annoying.
Sorry. Stadium. Sorry, I keep like, ooh.
I lost it. Sorry. I was like, what do I say? Wins on the week. 4 wins on the week.
City Center. Can we do that? City Center.
It is all good.
Man. Suspicious person. City Center. God.
So did you hear about the football locker team? Okay, good. The football locker team.
And stadium.
I mean, soon as we know it, the Virginia Tech campus might be named Frank Beamer campus.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's all for Tech Tonight. I'm Brianna McGowan.
And I'm Michelle Polanco. Stay tuned for next week.